Hi, you guys. Okay, so I didn't actually end up going out and selling. I got halfway across the park and then I realized I was fucking freezing and I was gonna get a cold and it was raining and my back hurt. So I walked back to my apartment and then I realized that I didn't really have the energy to go back outside. But I was still all dressed up, all like sexy and slutty and cute, and I was like raring to do something. And okay, so I'm trying to just do what I can do, right? And it turns out that I can't edit for shit. I can't, like, if I have to edit something, it just sits on the spot in my computer for a year. So I had to get really stern with myself and just start doing like really good takes. So I did a couple of different takes and then I kind of nudged myself into what I think is a pretty good, like, 10-minute read of my book, which I posted on YouTube. So, and then there's also like a little commercial I did for uh, Phoenix Comics, which is carrying my book, and the calendars. So I think that I did okay. I made the commercials. I posted them. Moose has like a problem with his paw right now, and I totally treated that a couple times with some honey and some hydrogen peroxide, which he did not like, but he accepted his hot dog reward for like enduring it, basically. I tell him what I'm doing, I tell him what we're doing, and then he hides, and then I go and I grab him, and he yells at me while I squeeze hydrogen peroxide or honey on his paw. Like, he came home and his like two claws apparently were like just gone. And so I've been applying honey and hydrogen peroxide like a couple times a day for a week. And it's gotten better pretty fast, but yeah, he doesn't enjoy it. He's 2 years old, and this is the first time he's been hurt, but it's also the first time he and Clonopin have seen me treat a hurt cat, because Clonopin doesn't go outside. Clonopin's like, dude, inside is my jam, and Clonopin will hang out on the porch all day, but he will never go off the porch ever. I've tried to get him off the porch even, like, because I think it's cool that Moose has a life outside of our apartment. Okay, thanks for letting me, like, sidebar on my cats, but okay. So I treated Moose's wounds. I stayed home. I did accomplish some art, even though I didn't go out selling, which I really wanted to do. But I think as soon as I get some good sleep, I will be all ready to do some selling tomorrow. I realized, I don't know, if I'm figuring out some tips and tricks for how to make it easy for me to go out. And it was really fun to set up the lighting for myself and to do some takes and then like play them back and watch them and just be like, okay, Lisa, I need you to be a little bit more loud. Okay, Lisa, I need you to keep that energy right up, like throughout the whole thing, I would say to myself in my head. It was pretty fun. In the middle of my commercial, Clonopin started eating one of my calendars, so that was annoying, but adorable. I don't know. Hopefully people like the podcast, people like the videos. I'm making stuff again. I feel like I'm no longer standing still. If I'm not making art, I panic a little bit. And the last couple of weeks, I just haven't felt like doing shit. Or I felt like doing shit, but I haven't been able to, like, unfreeze myself. That's where this obsessing about ADHD or whatever is coming in, is because it's just everything seems really overwhelming, and I can't figure out how to make it out of the house on time, how to participate in any of the art world around me. It's been really, really frustrating. It feels like I'm missing out on life. It feels like I'm fucking alcoholic, but I'm not a fucking alcoholic. Like, I'm not like staying home and drinking. I am stoned all the time, but I've been stoned all the time for years. It was very reassuring when Tyler was like, yeah, you cycle through like this. There are just sometimes when you're super creative and sometimes when you just want to sleep 14 hours a day and you're kind of down. And I was like, oh my God, it's so much easier to just have a fucking best friend who remembers all your shit so that if something happens and you panic, it's still cool. It can be cool 2 hours after you hang out with them. You can just calm down and be like, oh, okay, this isn't that hard. Okay, cool. Thank you for listening to me tell you my art report of what I did tonight. And apparently that's what we're doing in our thoughts of the day. I will talk to you later. Happy vagina, everybody.